Hello everybody, Ian Robson here. Welcome back to an episode of Coffee with Ian. It's good coffee. I made super strong coffee. Well, it seems super strong coffee today, but I don't know if it actually is or not. For me, it's, medium, I suppose. Funny thing is, the other day, one of the guys at work told me that he had watched one of my Coffee with Ians. It's becoming a thing. Like, now there's like 3 people that I know of that have actually come out and told me that they've been watching a Coffee with Ian, which is kind of funny. Hey, Steve, if you're watching again. Anyways, I have John Deere training camp coming up next week, which is going to be kind of interesting, actually. So basically what they do is they kind of, at the camp, they make you try out some of the equipment from, John Deere, obviously, then try out some of the competitor equipment, and then see, they show you some of the differences and why you should choose John Deere as opposed to the competitors, stuff like that. So it'll be kind of interesting. It's a super short trip. It's like, 2 days in Florida, and then that's it, like in the starting of the week sort of thing. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how that turns out. So I haven't been to United States for a while. Last time I was in the United States was for a wedding in like 5 years ago, I guess it was. Yeah. I went there by train, which was a great choice because it was from Montreal down to Albany, New York, and you go through I think it's the Appalachian Mountains there. I think that's what they're called. Or Adirondacks, I think that's actually one of those. I can't remember. Anyways, upstate New York, and it's really gorgeous up there. Especially by train, because you go by some areas you don't normally get to see by car, because they actually have, routes where they don't have cars, sort of thing. So same thing goes for if you go out west in Canada. If you go from, like, let's say Toronto to Vancouver, that's pretty cool. So I'll have to look up how much it costs to go from Toronto to Saskatchewan, Manitoba, those places. Might be interesting, although I've been told it's not very interesting, of a ride, because it's pretty flat. But oh well, I suppose I could drive out there. But like from where I live, like around Toronto area to like Sudbury, it's like 4.5, 5 hours, and then from Sudbury to like Thunder Bay, I think it's like there 14 hours, and that's not even out of Ontario yet. Like that's just that's just getting to like northwest Ontario, and then from Thunder Bay out to Manitoba, I don't know, maybe it's like 6 hours, something like that. I could look it up, but anyways, one of these days I'll do that. I'll drive out west just because something to experience. So anyways, so one of the things I was thinking about lately is I don't know if apparently that's loose, my side panel. One of the things I used to do often in FS15, I guess it was I would play on a map during a live stream. So on that live stream I would just play a random map I wanted to check out. And I was thinking about going back to that and just trying out a single map for that one live stream sort of thing. So like, let's say one day I play on Missouri River bottoms and just try and check out that map, see what it's like in FS17, and then hey, the next week we try out Oakfield, or next week we try out West Coast or something like that. So so that's what I was thinking about doing, something like that again. I don't know, just a thought. Let me know what you think about that. Leave a comment below with your thoughts on that particular idea. I know it's something I used to do, and it kind of changes it up every week to see what the map's like and whatnot, and it also gives me an opportunity to check out maps. Just because it's always good to change it up a little bit. Although I do love County Line, but I find I don't know what it is. It just doesn't record well. Like as soon as you start getting things like rolling, I feel like it gets a little sluggish when you're recording. Like I don't know, it could be my computer, it could be the map, it could be any number of things really. So one of the ideas is maybe I will change the map out to something that's better optimized. I don't know. We'll have to see. So, but just a thought. One of the things that went through my mind recently. So let me know what you think about that. Also, Railway Empire is still an awesome game. If you like railway games, definitely check it out. I say railway management type games, I'll say. Business simulation type games. So it's a good game. I really like it, actually. I have to actually regulate how much I play of that game because it's that good. I'm like, well, I could record Farm Sim, which is what I should do today, but Railway Empire is awfully enticing, so I don't know. I got a little bit of a Railway Empire bug, so I need to get out of my system, but I don't know. So far, I'm working my way through the campaign, and it's really good so far, so I delightfully surprised. Let's just say that. Because, sometimes you'll buy a game, you'll play it for 2 or 3 hours, and you're like, okay, I'm good. And other games, you buy it, and you're like, put a couple hundred hours in it. Depends what it is. So I don't know. Some games you can put a lot of hours into it. Some games you don't. Like one of the funnier games I've put a lot of hours into. Where is it here? Let's see. Let's just find the exact amount just for argument's sake here. Here we are. Make sure is it here. Oh, there we go. So, Fishing Planet, which is a free game, I have put like 230 hours into that game. Go figure. I still enjoy the game, actually. It's still pretty good. I haven't played it much recently, but I do install it. I do play it from time. I think it's all installed on my other computer. But that's an example of that. Whereas like in Dirt 4, I've only put like 10 hours into that game. Although I think I paid almost full price for that game. So go figure. It's still a great game. I just don't always feel like racing. So I find that with racing games, you really got to be 100% focused on it, and I just can't do it for that long. I don't know. Euro Truck is a bit different because you're kind of just driving and not racing, so like you can just go straight for 20 minutes sort of thing. It's not so bad. But with Dirt 4 or Dirt Rally, you really got to pay attention. Like Dirt Rally is a great game as well, and I've put a lot more time into that game apparently than I have into Dirt 4. But with Dirt Rally, I was playing like a lot of I was doing a what do they call those things, a league. I was playing a league with somebody else, so that's why I was probably playing that a bit more. But Dirt 4 is a great game still, so I should try and get. Apparently Landy Kid has that too. Try and do a race against Landy Kid. That'd be kind of funny. Anyways, so yeah, it's funny how that works though sometimes, because like you have a game where you play a little bit of it. Like for example, the Hunter Call of the Wild. I really enjoy that game, and you can spend just countless hours playing that game, just exploring even. I put quite a few hours into that game. Definitely worth the buy for me. So like the way I always kind of look at it is, I forget who told me this, but long ago someone mentioned this to me, and I'm like, hey, that makes a lot of sense. So basically what it is for every hour of gameplay, it's like $1. So if the game costs $50, you should put at least 50 hours into it. And if you didn't put 50 hours into that game, it means you didn't get your money's worth, sort of idea. So that's how I think about it, at least. So with like the Hunter Call of the Wild, definitely. Or Euro Truck, definitely. American Truck Sim, definitely. Farm Sim, absolutely. So it just depends on what you enjoy. So sometimes you try a game out, you're not sure about it, you're like, okay, that's cool. Like Car Mechanic Simulator, you could put more time into it. I just haven't put a lot of time into it. Like what they've been doing, they actually just released a what was it, a Lotus DLC, which is kind of cool actually. So you got to try some. I think it's a Lotus Esprit they added. I think that's what it was. Let's see. I think it was a Lotus Esprit something. No, it doesn't say what it is. Let's go to the Lotus one. Where is it here? So they have quite a few. They have a Mazda DLC, Dodge DLC, a tuning DLC, a Jeep DLC, Plymouth DLC, Lotus DLC, Bentley, and the Garage Customization DLC. So they added the Lotus Esprit S1 and the Lotus Elise S1. So has an i4 2.0 dual overhead camshaft and an i4 K series 1.8 liter, I guess it is, or 2 liter. So they added both of those in there. And looking at the pictures, that's pretty neat actually. So that's the classic one too. Oh, that's the old school Lotus. I should probably hop on that and give that a go. Anyways, yeah, like Car Mechanic Sim is constantly releasing things, and it's a super cool game. But I like playing it when I'm recording it. It's kind of strange, but I don't have like the drive to play it outside when I'm not recording it. Don't know why. Whereas Railway Empire, completely different. So, anyways. The other day I asked people if they wanted if I should play some more trains, and a couple people said yes. I'll have to bust out some trains again sometime next week. I don't know when next week, maybe Wednesday or something like that. Play a little bit more trains. I should try and finish that current scenario I'm on, and then try some other ones. I know I have a couple of them. I'll have to keep an eye out for that Canadian Pacific DLC, which is like $20. See if I can get it on sale. Again, one of those games I like playing once in a while, and then I'll still stop playing. But you know, there's only a few games. I'm sure like the same for most of you that you can just go back to no matter what and just play. You might get sick of it, you know, when you're playing it for 2 or 3, 4 hours at a time. Then okay, I'm good for now. And then go back to something else. But I don't know. They're constantly adding stuff to games, which is well, like say the games that are constantly updating are the best games that really make you want to go back. So for example. The Hunter Call of the Wild, they seem like they're constantly updating stuff. Yeah, they just released a patch yesterday, for example. And apparently there's a Lantern Festival on. What's this? What's that? Hello Hunters, during the last few months, we've been at work in integrations of our branches. So yeah, there's actually a few things going on with the Hunter Call of the Wild, which is why it's been interesting to see what they've added and what they're changing, and it's good to see they're constantly upgrading this game because this game is fantastic, and I'm really happy they did this style as opposed to the old style for the Hunter, the classic Hunter, I guess it's called, or something like that, where it was like you had to pay for everything basically. Whereas this, they have DLCs, and if you don't want the DLC, you can still play the game. If you don't want the DLC, you don't have to buy it. So it's pretty neat. It's good that they've added it like that kind of capability in there. So, anyways. Anyway, that folks, definitely a couple games to check out. Railway Empire if you like business simulation, the Hunter Call of the Wild if you like the hunting games, of course Farming Simulator, which probably most of you already play. So yeah, that's it for me today. Until next time, folks, enjoy the coffee. I love coffee in the morning.